Well, moving on now, it is a time to take a look at some of the latest findings in what is known as the Nebraska Rural Poll.
This poll is an annual survey conducted by the UL Department of Agricultural Economics. Joining us now is LJ McElravy. Thank you for being here today, LJ.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet.
Yeah. So tell us more about the Rural Poll and what it does.
Yeah, so the Rural Poll, we aggregate the voice of rural Nebraskans, and we try to put that together in a way that we can share with the rest of the state, and we've done that for about 28 years.
You know, I've always heard that, political leaders maybe use some of this information and government leaders use it to kind of help them figure out what needs to be done or guide their decisions a little bit.
Yeah, so it is the largest rural poll to make sense of what's happening out in rural Nebraska.
Yeah.
And so we do it annually, and we cover a range of topics. We have some topics that we cover every year that allow us to track changes over time. And then each year we also solicit feedback from community stakeholders to identify key areas of interest or topics that they would like us to cover.
So what did you guys ask Nebraskans this year?
Yeah, so this year one of the topics that we included was civil discourse. And so perhaps not surprisingly, about 94% of our respondents indicated that they think that America is more or much more divided today than it was 10 years ago. Additionally, we found that about 32% of our respondents indicated that they think that the lack of civil discourse in politics is a serious problem, with an additional 33% indicating they think that it's a somewhat serious problem.
Very interesting. I know you hear more and more of that and those kinds of thoughts and feelings about everything. What else did you learn besides civil discourse? Were there some other angles you took on the rural poll?
Yeah, so well, it kind of related to this was, we were thinking about, kind of had some idea about the civil discourse, but then what tools do we use to kind of navigate civil discourse and bring people together? And one of the tools we explored was social media. And it turns out rural Nebraskans don't have a lot of confidence in using social media to enhance political discourse. The majority of the respondents didn't think that social media is a good tool for that. Additionally, 71% of our respondents indicated that they think social media contributes to the divisions in their community. And so, but with that said, I would say one of the things that we did identify that I look at, hopefully, is that local community members are a good source of overcoming differences to working together. And so as people want to work together, we saw that 69% of our respondents think that people in their community can do this at least moderately well. We can contrast this with our respondents who only think about 9% of American political leaders can do that well. But seems like if we focus in the local area, working with organizations like Nebraska Extension, or even a local organization, Civic Nebraska, or a national organization that I've worked with called Resetting the Table, that helps build deliberations across political silos. And so those are some of the things that we're thinking of as next steps based on these results.
Okay.
Perfect. And where can people learn more?
They can go to ruralpoll.unl.edu.
Perfect. All right. LJ, thank you.
Thanks.